Namaskar, Ni Hao, and good afternoon. It is my privilege to welcome you all for a special session, Higher Education and Opportunity of Scholarship in Taiwan. It is a joint effort by KIIT School of Languages and Taipei Economic and Cultural Center in India, de facto the Taiwan Embassy, to make you aware about the enormous opportunities of scholarship and career prospects in Taiwan. Taiwan is special because of its prowess for technology. As per the Switzerland-based International Institute of Management Development, Taiwan is ranked the ninth in as per its ninth most technological and 13th most digitally competitive nation. And the recent World Competitiveness Report in 2019 by World Economic Forum ranked Taiwan the 12th most competitive economies out of 141 nations. So Taiwan as becoming the leading producer of information and communication products. It is where the opportunity lies for the engineers, for the managers, for the management students, for the law students and professional students, especially from English also. So we are here to make you avail the opportunity in Taiwan. For that, yes, there is a knowledge of Mandarin and Chinese culture is also an essential. So we'll elaborate on these aspects through this deliberation of 1 hour. And to begin with, I would like to invite Professor Virendra Pandey. He is the Dean for the School of Languages, and he is a Fulbright scholar from the State University of New York at Stony Brook, USA, from where he did his MA and PhD in English literature. He's having more than 3 decades of experience in teaching. Over to you, sir.
The whole team from the Consulate of Taiwan, led by Peter Chen, our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Saranjit Singh, and all our faculty members and those interested in learning Mandarin as participants. We have been thinking of starting a program in Mandarin for the School of Languages quite for some time, because we think that Mandarin has become too important an international language for people to learn. Mandarin speakers are the largest number of speakers in the world. And two of Asian economies, very important economies, China and Taiwan, both these countries, their mother tongue is, the mother tongue of the people there is Mandarin. And these countries are too important to be ignored. And our KIIT University also has, as Dr. Saranjit Singh, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, will throw more light on this long-term association with some institutions in Taiwan for higher education thing. And our graduates, particularly from the technology wings, they can have great opportunities if they learn Mandarin. So thinking of all these things, we have started very seriously thinking of starting a program in Mandarin. And this is why we approached Peter Chen. We had a meeting, and he has been kind enough to collaborate with us and make everyone aware of greater opportunities of higher education scholarship in Taiwan, and also throw light on the importance of learning Mandarin for our students. So that's all. Thank you. Savir sir, you can now carry
Thank
on.
you, Dean sir, for your nice word. Now I would request Honorable Vice Chancellor of the KIIT Deemed, Professor Dr. Saranjit Singh, to express his views about this context.
Thank you, Professor Samir, and very warm welcome to the guest of honor today, the chief speaker of today's seminar, Professor Peter Chen and his team, Mr. Wasim, and Miss Astha, right? And warm welcome to all the faculty members from School of Languages, including very honorable Dean, Professor Pandey, sir, and all the students and aspiring students who want to do courses from our KIIT School of Languages. I was talking to Professor Peters and had an opportunity of sharing some of the thoughts with respect to my own personal experiences with some of the universities and some of the esteemed professor colleagues there in my own domain. And I'm very happy to share that my second major publication was through one of the journal which was being published by one of good universities from Taiwan, and it was being referred to be by one of my professors at then ITBHU, now it is IIT Varanasi. And my professor told that you must try publishing that journal, and that was somewhere in 2000, 2001. And from that onward, I started interacting, connecting, and mutually with some of the professors from Tamkang University, which is based out at New Taipei City. I have published more than 10 papers jointly, research papers, till date. So recently also, 1 year back, I had one of a major publication happening there. It is one of the esteemed journals with a very high impact factor, and you can say been followed by some of the best researchers in my areas of research and focus. So, but with this, I would like to share that KIIT University per se has a very, very deep association with various universities at Taiwan. And I just mentioned about Danhua University, I mentioned about NCUT and so on. And we have seen a complete batch of students, close to some 30 students in one shot, migrating to Taiwan and doing their higher education. And this was from School of Mechanical Engineering, from School of Electrical Engineering, from School of Civil Engineering, and from School of Computer Science and Electronics as well. And in one instant, because I do come from mechanical engineering school, so I know that our aerospace students, all 17 to 18 students went to Taiwan and they stayed there, completed their higher education, and they also got good opportunities as far as their careers were concerned. So KIIT in that sense has a very coveted, deep rooted and fruitful associations working very closely with Taiwan. And taking cue from this association, I believe that the students who are interested to learn the Chinese language, the Mandarin, and are looking forward to have their higher technical education in Taiwan, probably their decision is good and it's a best fit decision. I'm sure students might be keeping pace of the things happening at South Asia, Pacific region as well. So Taiwan is already, my dear friends, my dear students, has emerged as a Silicon Valley of Asia. And if you talk about semiconductor industries, probably if there is any country in Asia Pacific region which can, you can say, compete with China in that sense. So I'm not putting China and Taiwan separate, but in that case, even compete with the Silicon Valley in US, it is Taiwan. And there is a huge respect for the kind of infrastructure with respect to manufacturing especially micro manufacturing, nano manufacturing, and precision manufacturing, which has happened over a period of time. So of late, we have seen China has also become a hub for ICT infrastructure as well. So when you talk about large data centers, so probably Taiwan is a place where a lot of data centers have come in, and probably they are a part of this, either the cloud-based or virtual or physical data centers providing services to the entire globe. So on the ICT side also, there is a lot of opportunities. And it is one of the countries to reckon with respect to tech is concerned. So even when you learn a language, what is the ultimate aim and purpose? The ultimate aim and purpose is also to figure out that can you work in those global companies or global corporates which have their signatures in those countries. So if you look into the kind of corporations which are existing in Taiwan, probably you'll find every big corporation presence there. So whether it is in the area of automotives or whether it is in the area of semiconductors or chip manufacturing and so on and so on. So there is a plenty of opportunity. The country is very safe, and I mean the compliances which they have built in over a period of time is in very conducive for any Indian student to go and kind of plug in, play kind of stuff, and they can work there. And they follow those culture very nicely, where probably you work for 5 days a week and then proper 2 days, and there's a proper you can say index of happiness, you can say balance with work and life balance kind of stuff. Because I have been talking to a lot of my students who are already there. So I'm sure today's seminar, where we have our esteemed speaker, Professor Peters, along with his team, they will definitely like to share the insights into that, how our students can be a part of this language learning, and then on a larger scale become a global citizen and maybe working at Taiwan as well, or in some of the Taiwan-based companies. And I am thankful to Samir that you have initiated this talk. I look forward to a series of talks, Samir. We will have maybe a subsequent seminar also, and I'll request Professor Chen that we will invite you on a bigger forum, because right now we are in the midst of our mid-semester exams. So our mid-semester exams are going on, and this particular lot which has been invited are people who are only looking into learning a language. So beyond language, learning for higher studies, that is higher technical education, and the career abroad, especially in Taiwan. So with that mandate, Samir, we can plan a bigger seminar where we can have 400, 500 or 1,000 students coming in on a platform and listening to the wisdom of Professor Chan and his team. That will make a lot of sense. And we will like to have a discussion with Pandey sir, you, me, and Professor Chen, where we can figure out at what are the universities we can start revisiting our association. And because this 2 years has been like a completely a stop gap. So we have to remove these hackles of stop gaps, and we have to come back, synergize everything, and see that some of our students who are interested for higher technical education there, a seamless transition can happen from KIIT to those universities in Taiwan. So I'm thankful to Professor Pandey for conceiving this and driving this. You are one of a very respected scholars here, sir, and you have joined recently, but I'm sure with the kind of energy you are pushing in this department will do wonders. I'm also thankful to my esteemed Vice Chancellor, Madam, because Madam was herself driving these associations with those universities, I remember 4 or 5 years back. So in her absence, I share my gratitude to everyone and to Professor Peters as well. And on behalf of our Honorable Founder also, we welcome you all to this seminar, and we look forward to a very, you can say, fruitful association in long term. Yes, Professor Chen has been representing TECC, which is basically a Taipei Economic and Culture Center in India. But of course, being the face of Taiwan in India, there are a lot of things which we can do jointly. Looking forward to you, sir. Have a nice stay in India. We take this as an opportunity to invite you to Bhubaneswar also. We have opened up our college and university. We are working physically here. And if you are traveling in the eastern part of India or maybe to Bhubaneswar, we would like to host you, and you will be very nice to see our university campus and our KIS as the Kalinga Institute of Industrial Social Sciences as well, where we do a lot of work for our society, where more than 35,000 to 40,000 students, unprivileged, are being taken care of from their education free from KG to PG, including their lodging and boarding. So over to Samir. I think you can figure out where probably you can get or invite Professor Peter here in one of the occasions, and he can stay here, and we can have more dialogues coming in. So with this, I wish you all the best, my dear students. And if there is any queries, I'm seeing students are very, very excited. They have started posing questions on chat. I'm sure Samir, you pick up these questions and get all the questions answered, because every question is important and is not bad, because in the sense, a lot of students who would like to pursue their career in Taiwan as well. Thank you, sir, and welcome to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Saranjit. Thank you for your enlightening words. Now I would request the man of the day, the key speaker, Professor Peter Chen, Director, Education Division, Taipei Economic and Culture Center in India, de facto Taiwan Embassy. He is from the Ministry of Education in Taiwan. He has been working to promote higher education in Taiwan and strengthening the relationship with by providing great scholarship for students. Apart from this, he has also been signing MOUs with various universities to establish Taiwan education centers, wherein a Mandarin teacher from Taiwan is sent to India to teach Mandarin language. Over to you, Mr. Peters.
Thank you very much. Professor Saranjit Singh, Vice Chancellor of KIIT. You are Taiwan expert already. And Dr. Virendra Pandey, I'm also Fulbrighter, so I'm happy to know that you are also Fulbrighter. And thank you for Professor Duff to work together with us to organize this webinar, and all the faculty members and students. Very good afternoon to all of you. It's my pleasure to have this opportunity to speak in this webinar. And I hope that through this webinar, you will know much more about Taiwan, its placement, job opportunity, and also the scholarship for your further career development. So before I have the presentation, I would like to ask my colleagues to have a short video to share with all of you. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
How do you achieve your dreams? How to get back in the driver's seat of your life? How do you overcome the odds? Choose and make your own future. It's worldwide to transcend limitations. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Researching and developing innovations for global sustainability. Embracing challenges to overcome all odds. Allows everyone's unique potential to shine. rich culture and environment provides convenient lifestyles. Magnificent cultures preserved through the enchanting Oriental Formosa. Taiwan, the best destination for studying abroad. Study in Taiwan, the peak on the sea, the dream with the wing.
Option.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, so we can see the screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wasim, we want Mr. Chen to be seen up, please.
Okay, I would like to introduce a little bit about higher education and scholarship in Taiwan. And I will divide it into 4 parts. The first one is about Taiwan and placement and educational overview and the appearance. First of all, about Taiwan. Maybe some of you you know, and some of you not. In Taiwan, this is a tiny island country. We are a democratic country with a population 23 million. But we produce 60% of semiconductors all over the world. And according to the IMD ranking, in terms of the competitiveness from Switzerland, we are ranked number 8 in the world. And if you see the numbers of higher education institutes, that's the universities and colleges, we have 153 universities in this island. And 10 of that are international students. According to the QS ranking, we have 10 within top 500 in this year. And in terms of GDP, we are more than US dollar 52,000. So higher than Canada, UK, Japan, or France. And in this tiny island, we don't have so many natural resources like India. So we have the human capital only. So that's why we have to invest in the human capital. So you can see that in terms of the budget, we put a lot of budget on our education. And you can see that the students from India, and in 2019, there were 2,783. So the numbers will increase. And if we look down to the base of our higher education, you can see that from the middle school students level, in the international Olympiad, we are quite good in physics, biology, mathematics, chemistry, and geography. And for the other rankings, we are also doing good. For example, like a less drop rate ranking, we're number 2, just next to Finland. And in terms of the healthcare, we are number 1 in the world. Especially for the COVID-19, there are only a few cases, positive cases in Taiwan. So in Taiwan, the university and the schools, they open as usual for the past 2 years. We don't have lockdown in Taiwan. And if we jump to the sports, you know a lot of Indian people like cricket. In Taiwan, we play baseball very much. And last year, we are number 4 in the world, and now we are number 2. And in terms of the sports that you are familiar with, is badminton. You have the Sindhu from India, and we also have Taipei from Taiwan. And they are good friends. This photo was taken last year in Tokyo Olympics. So this is the basic fact about Taiwan. And in job opportunity, I would like to explain why you should go to Taiwan. First of all, if you go to Taiwan for a degree study, you will have the opportunity to work as a part-time job. When you pursue your degree, you are allowed to have the part-time job. The maximum work hours are 20 hours per week, except during summer and winter vacation. So in summer and winter, there's no limit. And after graduation, you can apply for a job-seeking visa. So you can apply for a 6-month extension, and if within the 6 months you cannot find a good job, then you can apply for extension again. So in total, you have 1 year to have the job-seeking visa to stay in Taiwan, to find a good job. And if you find a good job, then you can apply for the work permit and stay in Taiwan. And how? We have the comment system for foreign students. And basically, if you get 70 points, then you can apply for the work permit. And now we also deregulate this rule to the students who graduate in Taiwan. So you can fill up some items on the table. If you get the degree in Taiwan, you will get certain points. And of course, you will get points from your salary. And also, you will learn some Mandarin. And if you pass certain level of the Mandarin, then you will get certain points. And one of the benefits for Indian students is that most of you know more than 2 languages. So for the multilingual ability, you definitely will get 20 points. So in total, if you have the 70 points, then you can apply for the work permit in Taiwan. And you can look at the table for the average starting salary for Taiwan graduates in 2018. So in different fields like electronics engineering or chemical engineering, they are all over 1 lakh a month in Taiwan. And if you would like to have a job in the university as academic track, you can be an assistant professor. It's also over 1 lakh. It's 1.5 lakh. So it's a very good salary for you to stay in Taiwan. And I believe most of you that you know that Taiwan is a leading country in terms of the semiconductor. So we are doing the IC design, semiconductor foundry, and the packaging and test as well. So we have different leading companies like the TSMC. That's the largest semiconductor manufacturing company in the world. And we also have a very good IC design company like MediaTek. Actually, if you have a mobile phone from China, maybe Oppo or other brands, actually most of the cell phones inside, they have the chip from MediaTek. That's the IC design. And many Indian students, they use many different kinds of electronics from Taiwan, but maybe you don't know they are from Taiwan. For example, Asus is #1 brand in India. It's from Taiwan. And also Acer, thank you. And HTC. HTC before they have the mobile phone, but now they transfer to the AR and VR. And in terms of traditional industry like bicycle, we have Giant. Giant is a high-end bicycle manufacturer. And for the others, we also have the tire company like Maxi. It's the largest company in Canada and the US. They are all from Taiwan. And of course, you may know C-Link or train as well. And we also have bank in India. The CTBC Bank, they are in Aero City in Beijing. They have a branch office here. So many brands you use, they are all from Taiwan. And they are all the opportunities for you to have a job in Taiwan, either in Taiwan or in India or in other countries. For example, Foxconn. Foxconn is the largest assembly manufacturing company for iPhone. So now they have the factory in Tamil Nadu and AP. And also the similar assembly company like Wistron, Hackathon, they are all making iPhones in India. So it's a good opportunity for you to start in Taiwan first, and maybe you can come back to India to work in those big companies. As I mentioned, if you don't like to work in a company or it's not your interest, you can also work as a professor. For example, Professor Shapir, he graduated from Taiwan, from Taipei Medical University, and now works as an associate professor in Taipei Medical University. He is very famous in Taiwan, and he hosts many national level programs in Taiwan. And he is only one of many successful examples that you can pursue your dreams, especially in research in Taiwan. So we look back to the educational overview. In Taiwan, we follow the United States system. So we have 6 years in primary school, 3 years in junior high school, 3 years high school or vocational high school, and 4 years for the university and technology university. And after that, you can pursue your master's 2 to 3 years. And for a PhD degree, 3 to 5 years. And the education expenditure, almost 6% of the GDP is invested in education. And if we compare with other ministries, the Ministry of Education is #2, only second to the Ministry of Social Affairs. In Taiwan, we have the 153 universities and colleges. And most of them, they are private. And only 1/3, they are national. But if you look at the technology or vocational education, you can see that over 50%, we have 56%, they are all technology universities. because we focus on the skill very much. Just like the Indian government, we focus on the skill development very much as well, because it's very critical for your career development. And according to the QS World University Ranking, you can find that we have 10 universities within top 500. Those are National Taiwan University, National Tsinghua University, National Cheng Kung University, and National Jiao Tong Yangming University, and National Taiwan University of Science and Technology, National Taiwan Normal University, Taipei Medical University, National Sun Yat-sen University, National Taiwan University of Science and Technology. Sorry, this is National Taipei University of Science and Technology, and also Changchun University. At the moment, we have more than 600 MOUs signed between Taiwan and India institutes. So they are a very solid foundation for our educational exchange. We also have signed MOU between two sides who have the degree of attestation from both sides. So your degree will be recognized in India as well. And before COVID-19, we have Indo-Taiwan University Vice Chancellor Forum. We invite Vice Chancellor to Taiwan in 2018. And we also have a delegation coming from Taiwan to join the Vice Chancellor Forum in 2019 in Telangana. So in the future, we hope that after the COVID-19, we can also continue this kind of forum to discuss the opportunity for the collaboration direction for our university and the young generation. And as Prof. Vice Chancellor mentioned, that we do have some Indian Taiwan seminar. We call it KIIT seminar. We invite Indian scholars and also Taiwan scholars coming to India. And we will choose some certain topics. Like before, we choose AI or ranking. How can we promote ranking, university ranking? And also smart agriculture. Then we will have the discussion at the seminar. So you can see the photo we took in AICTE and the IIT Delhi and AIMS. So in the future, we also would like to conduct this kind of seminar, maybe in KIIT in the near future. And for the Taiwan Education Center, as mentioned, we set up 24 Taiwan Education Centers now. So we send the Taiwanese Mandarin teachers coming to India and to provide the Mandarin course for our students, and also provide the scholarship information to your students, and to be a consultant service for the students. If they would like to apply for a scholarship to Taiwan or for any other countries, we also provide the service for the students as well. So this is also one of the programs that we can consider to work with you. And in this center, we also conduct the test of Chinese as foreign language. We call it TECC. So it's the test like HSK, but it's a little bit different from HSK. HSK was conducted by Mainland China, but for the TECC, it's conducted by Taiwan. And the TECC is recognized by CEFR. CEFR is a common European framework of reference for language learning teaching assessment. and also recognized by the EXPO. EXPO is American standard. It's the American Council on the Teaching of Foreign Languages. So in addition to that, it's a little difference between the HSK and the TOEFL. If you pass a certain level, like if you pass the level 2 of TOEFL, it equals to the level 4 of HSK. So if one pass the HSK level 6, then it's only level 3 in our TOEFL, and and also level 3 in the European framework, because we meet the international standard. And from this slide, you can see the international students from India. The #1 country of the students, international students coming to Taiwan, it was Mandarin China, and Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia, Japan, Hong Kong, Macau, South Korea, US, Thailand, and India is number 11. So we hope that soon there will be more Indian students coming to Taiwan. If we see the field, we can see that most of the Indian students, they are pursuing their engineering, natural science, life science, medicine, business, management, and the humanities. Those subjects are the favorite of the Indian students they studying in Taiwan. So here I also would like to share some photo with you. It's a beautiful campus photo. And we also have the hands-on facility, especially for the lab. Our professors in Taiwan, they always give the key to the students. So PhD students or master students, some of the Indian students, they like to stay in the lab 24 hours. They will take care of the equipment and to do the research for a very long time. And you will enjoy the atmosphere in the lab and to focus on your research. And we also have very good facility in terms of the dormitory and the college canteen. Some of the universities right now, they provide Indian cuisine as well. And maybe you don't know that we also celebrate Diwali in Taiwan campuses. Every year, there are more than 20 universities. They are celebrating Diwali every year. So now I would like to introduce the most important part for our students in KIIT, that's the scholarship. We have many scholarships like the Huayu Enrichment Scholarship. That's for Mandarin learning. So you can choose from 3 months, 6 months, up to 1 year. And the deadline of the application is to the end of March. And also the Taiwan Scholarship, that's for the degree pursuing. The deadline is the same, the end of March. And we also have KIIT, TECC, or Taiwan Experience Education Program, that's for the internship. And we will reopen the application after we open the border in Taiwan. In addition to that, we also provide some scholarships for the lecturers. For the lecturers who would like to pursue their PhD in Taiwan, we provide elite scholarship. It's up to 3 years. It's a full scholarship for the lecturer who teach in Indian university. And every year the deadline is in October. And for the research institute, we have Academia Sinica. It's a leading research institute in Taiwan. we also provide the PhD scholarship. It's called TIGP, Taiwan International Graduate Program. So here I would like to introduce the Taiwan Scholarship first. This is for the degree. So students from India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, or even Maldives, you can apply for this degree scholarship. And every year you can apply through my office in Delhi, TECC in Delhi. And for the bachelor, we provide 4 years scholarship. And for the master, we provide 2 years, and PhD again 4 years. You will get the tuition fee waiver up to around 1 lakh. And also for the monthly stipend for bachelors, you will get about 39,000 rupees a month. And for the master and the PhD students, you will get around 52,000 rupees per month. That's for the stipend. And this year, we provide 45 places of lab. There is something I would like to have your attention here. There is a basic requirement of your CGPA is 6.0 or above. Second, as there is a message in the message box, one student asked, what's the mandatory language in Taiwan? We provide Mandarin course, of course, and also the English post program. So for the student, you don't know any Mandarin, it's fine. You can choose from the English post program. And we also announce the program in our website. You can choose any of that from the list to apply for the admission. So that's all fully English post program. And if you know some Mandarin, and if you pass the certain level of the TECC, level 3, then you can apply for any program in Taiwan. So I believe most of students from KIIT, maybe you can start from the English post program to apply for admission. And there are some certain class, it will be benefit for you. If you pass the IELTS 6.5 and above, or you have taken TOEFL, no matter what the result. And also, if you have the recommendation letter from Taiwanese Mandarin teacher, then it will be a plus for you to apply for the scholarship. So the requirement is the CGPA, and also choose the English post program. You have to apply for admission from the university by your own. And my office is in charge of the scholarship. So it's two different separate things you have to do. First, apply for admission from your university in Taiwan. Second, to apply for the scholarship from my office. And if you are selected, then you can have the full scholarship and study in Taiwan. But if you are not selected, you still have the opportunity to get the scholarship from university. My office is in charge of government scholarship, but most of our universities in Taiwan, they provide their own scholarship to the foreign students as well. So I will encourage you to grab any opportunity of the scholarship, either from my office or from the university. And for the language, Huayu means Chinese, Mandarin Chinese. Huayu Enrichment Scholarship. Last year, the same with this year, we all provide 276 month scholarship for students. Because some students, they will choose 3 months, some will choose 6 months, some will be 1 year. It depends on your time arrangement. For this scholarship, you can apply through my office the same deadline in the end of March. And if you are selected, then it will be awarded stipend, monthly stipend, 65,000 rupees. So within this amount, you have to pay your tuition fee, your air ticket, and your accommodation. But basically, it should be fine with you to arrange within this amount. So that's for the Huayu Enrichment Scholarship. And the good news for you is that if you are zero level of the Mandarin, you can apply. If you are zero level of the Mandarin language, you still can apply. The process is similar. So you have to get admission from the language center from our university in Taiwan. We have 63 universities. They have the language center. So you apply for admission from those language centers affiliated with the university and get an admission, and then to apply for the scholarship through my office. And last year, we provided 72 places for Indian students. So you may scan the QR code or go to our website, TECC in India website. Then you can find the detailed information about that. And for the TEEP, we combine internship and learning together. So you can apply for the scholarship from 1 month to 6 months. So the scholarship will be provided by the Minister of Education and the university. The process is that you scan the QR code or you visit the website, TEC. Then you contact the department, the professor or the manager of the department. You contact with name and to start to have your proposal or your idea, what you would like to learn in this department. Then say that I would like to apply for the TEC. And if they accept you, then the university will apply for funding from the Ministry of Education. So they will give you the stipend every month. Basically, for the TEC, Indian students have to pay your air ticket by yourself. And the university, they will arrange the tuition fee and also the accommodation. You may also spend some money on your meals or your traveling as well. So in the end, I would like to show you that if you don't get the scholarship from our government, the Taiwan Scholarship, if you don't get that, don't worry. You can see that you still can invest on yourself. You can see the tuition fee in Taiwan is very reasonable in terms of going abroad. In national university, it's about 1.1 lakh. In private university, it's double. And for the living cost in Taipei, it's higher. So if you would like to study for a master degree in Taiwan, you can calculate easily. For 2 years, you may spend about 15 left. But after that, if you get the job in Taiwan, then it will return to you around 14 months. So this provides you a very good opportunity to invest on your own life in the future. So this is for your reference. And later on, we will have the Q&A session. We welcome your questions. And before that, I will ask Wan Xin and I will ask Asta. She's in Taiwan right now, and also Wan Xin. They will share their experience of studying in Taiwan to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Peters, for your very informative session. I hope our students will get benefited out of this. Now, I would request two of our young students, in fact, who represent the fraternity, who are the audience. They are youth, and they are the scholarship awardee, and they are now doing well in their life. In fact, first of all, I'd like to invite Ms. Astha William, who is a scholarship recipient of 2021 from Ministry of Education, Taiwan government, who is currently studying Global Human Resource Management at the National Sun Yat-sen University, which is one of the Taiwan's top-ranking universities and offers multiple English taught courses in diversified fields. Astha, we would like to know your experience about studying in Taiwan. In fact, our students will get enlightened out of this. Over to you, Astha.
Yes. Thank you, Professor. First of all, good evening, everybody. It's already evening here. And I would like to start by thanking Director for giving me this opportunity to share my experience today. I'm currently pursuing my master's degree, MBA in Global Human Resource Management at NSYSU, National Sun Yat-sen University. It's in Kaohsiung, in the south of Taiwan. According to the QS 2022 rankings, it's among the top 5 universities in Taiwan. So my course is very, I would say, global. It's a completely English taught course. So students who want to pursue an MBA in Taiwan, they can easily apply for this one. We have faculty members from France, we have faculty members from UK, Korea, many countries, and also the student body is also very diverse. So it's not just Taiwanese students here, you will get a very global experience, a very multicultural learning environment. I would like to share about the scholarship as well, because I am studying under the Taiwan MOE scholarship. So for the application is open right now. For degree students, they can apply at TCC Delhi. And for masters, it's for 2 years, and it covers tuition fee waiver up to 40,000 NTD. And a stipend of 20,000 NTD per month for postgraduate studies. And for undergraduate studies is 15,000 NTD per month, which is more than, it's sufficient to live comfortably here. And we also have a Chinese language scholarship, which is called, as Director previously mentioned, it's called the Huayu Enrichment Scholarship. I think Wasim will share more about that later. And so my experience so far has been very, it's been exciting. It was a little challenging in the beginning because of the pandemic, and there was a lot of difficulty. Taiwan is very strict with their quarantine, which has turned out to be very good in the end. There are very few cases. Our university is operating normally. We go to class, and even schools have opened now. So it worked in their favor. And other than that, it has been really good. The learning environment here is very safe also. For international students, it is a very, very safe country. You can go wherever, it is very convenient. Taiwan knows how to use their technology to their advantage. So even to pay our fees, we just have to go to a convenience store and pay it. It's very convenient. Everything is very easy. And yes, and okay. So to learn Mandarin, you can apply for the scholarship or you can finance it yourself. There are 3 months courses and 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. It depends on how much time you want to invest in your language study. And as part of my master's program, I am also offered free Chinese courses. So even if you're coming for a degree, you will have an opportunity to learn the language here. And Taiwan, obviously, because their first language is Chinese, if you want to come here to learn the language, it is a very great opportunity because you will get to interact with local people. And because Taiwan uses traditional Chinese, so it gives you like a deep understanding of the culture as well. So that's one added advantage of learning Chinese here. And apart from that, I would just like to conclude by saying, if you're planning to come to Taiwan, you don't have to think twice. It is affordable, even if you do not have a scholarship. There are university scholarships as well. So you can easily apply for those. And the staff here, faculty here are very helpful. They will help you at every stage, from your visa till the time you arrive on campus. Everyone will be ready to help. There's no problem at all. And especially for engineering, management, MBA, it's a great opportunity. It's a great learning environment. So that's all. Thank you, everyone. And I would like to apologize because I have to leave for another webinar right now. So thank you once again for inviting me. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, and then maybe Ashni will forward them to me, and I will be glad to help whoever. Thank you.
Thank you, Astha. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for spending time. And now I would invite this another person, in fact, who is an engineer. In fact, I believe there are a lot of engineering students are here. Relate to Wasim because he's also a mechanical engineering graduate from Jamia Millia Islamia. And after completion of his engineering, he went to Taiwan through a KIIT Enrichment Scholarship in 2019. And after that, he is now well placed in Delhi. So, Wasim, we would like to know your experience. Please enlighten our student.
Good evening, everyone. And I got a scholarship in 2019. And I'm sharing my screen. Okay, here's me. I got KIIT Enrichment Scholarship and I went there for 2 years. During a study, I never felt I'm alone there because we Indians always celebrate our festivals, Diwali, Holi, Eid, Pongal, and we always celebrate. That's why I never felt I'm apart from my country because our Indian friends are always with us, and the Taiwanese also treat like a family. And during studies, I learned their cultures, and I also taught them Hindi and our you can say traditional dress, sari. I also taught them how to wear sari. And my faculties in Taiwan, they bring me so many places to learn their cultures. And during these things, I saw the Taiwanese people are so humble, so friendly, always like to help you. And that's why I travel a lot. Almost every part of corner I travel in Taiwan. And I thought it was a wonderful moment for me. And Taiwan is a very beautiful country. I experienced it. And I hope you guys, you have so many questions. I am here to give you answer. That's why I'm here. You can ask what you want to ask. Thank you for listening, you guys.
Yeah.
And you can.
In fact, Wasim, what we'll do, we'll tell our students to put their question in chat box. And
Yeah.
you can just put off this screen, and you
Okay,
can.
okay.
And,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
in fact, students may ask question to Mr. Wasim, Mr. Chen, and whatever questions they have about scholarship, opportunities, and also what the experience Wasim has. So, not many questions. We are opening this session to the students to ask questions. Please put your question in chat box.
Sir, I also gave my email address. If you have, you can also email me. I will reply you later if you want.
Yeah, Wasim, one by one question.
Yeah.
Open the chat box, and
Okay.
and then you can involve Mr. Peters also if he needs information.
The Ankus asking, without learning Chinese. Yeah, without learning Chinese, when you went to Taiwan, it's little bit different because they always speak Chinese. But when you go north part of Taiwan, they speak English very fluently. Then you have to choose which part you want to go. If you want to go southern part, there is little bit need Chinese, but your professor and your classmates, they always speak English. But you go outside the convenient store, maybe little bit they are hesitate to talk with foreigners, but you can handle it. It's a benefit for us to learn languages, their language very well, because they teach you. If you say wrong, they will teach you. That I don't think you can't learn Mandarin there. And please send your phone number. You can mail me. There
are two more questions. There are.
One is for what language is mandatory to study. There is no language mandatory to study in Taiwan. If you know English, we all Indians know English. It's okay for us. Riaz. And what? And is this meeting important to international?
There are on 60. There are 50 plus country students. Students are studying here from 50 plus countries. So, is it important for them to, like he's asking, this webinar? How is helpful for those international students who are studying in KIIT in India?
Oh.
They are from different countries in Africa, from Middle East, and from other parts of the world. They are studying currently in India, currently in KIIT.
Yeah, I think Taiwan is also provide for other countries a scholarship. And when I was studying in Taiwan, I have so many friends from Africa, France, and German. I'm talking about my Mandarin courses, during Mandarin courses. And they all got a scholarship from their own country. Sorry, for Taiwan government provide them. You can, yeah, it's important. It's important for you guys. You can.
So, please students ask questions. Whoever have any questions may raise hands and put up in chat box.
What do they see while granting us a scholarship?
What the competency level they see?
Okay. I don't know about. I'm not aware about how to select the scholarship, because the selection is from Peter's maybe director.
He can also throw a light on this question. Sir,
Yeah.
What generally look for scholarship selection?
So for the selection, of course, first of all, your CGPA, as I mentioned, and also we will see other performers. And in TECC India, we have a selection committee. The members are from different ministries. For example, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Science and Technology, and also Ministry of Economic Affairs, and I myself as well, Ministry of Education. So we will see how you are familiar with what you will do for your research or your studying plan with the professors in Taiwan, and also how familiar with Taiwan according to your the materials or documents that you provide. So basically, we hope that the students from India can contribute in a certain field, like green energy or AI, semiconductor, which are also the common interest between two countries. So if your study plan can have some related research topics in this field, you will have better opportunity. Thank you.
So the next question is
IELTS
IELTS compulsory to apply?
No, IELTS is not compulsory, but if you have IELTS, it will be benefit for you. It's not compulsory.
So I would like to tell students that KIIT University, in fact, School of Language also provide IELTS preparatory courses. In fact, we are currently running the 3rd batch. Those who are interested for IELTS, they can also approach us. And yes, 6.5 band score is needed for courses.
6.5. Yeah. I am interested in TEEP.
TEEP right now it's not open yet, but I encourage the students to contact the professor first, because I believe this year the situation of COVID-19 pandemic will be very soon. So once the border of Taiwan is open, then you can apply. At the moment, we only open the border for the students who are pursuing degree and also the scholarship awardee. They can go to Taiwan. But for the TEEP, it's a short term. So we are waiting for the open of the border. However, I strongly encourage you to contact the professors in advance. Thank you.
Is there any other question? Please proceed with questions. In fact, we'll put this session also in YouTube so that students who could not join today, they may view it in future. In fact, Mr. Peters, we recently took the help of one professor, scholar from JNU, who will be taking the Mandarin course at a basic level Mandarin course in the evening online courses. She is also here. She is Miss Saranya. She has done her BA and MA in Chinese from JNU, and she is currently pursuing PhD. So she will take the foundation level, just 30 hours beginner course. So this is a kind of initial arrangement we are having, so that our students will get tuned to this Mandarin language and the culture. So this is what Saranya is here. And Saranya, you can, in fact, you have prepared your, I know your syllabus. You can also be in touch with the Taiwan Embassy for further enrichment, how to develop the course model, because she's based in Delhi. So you can come and meet Mr. Wasim is there. I'll share Wasim's number, and you can meet Mr. Chen there. And students, do you have any other questions? In fact, before we wind up, we would like any questions, sir? I believe students are not asking much questions. So if anything else, Wasim would like to add for the benefit?
No, I say if the students are shy, they can mail me, okay? They can mail me, yes. I already mentioned my email ID.
Yes, that will be great help to students.
Yeah.
So we would like to then, with Mr. Chen's permission, I would like to close today's webinar. And sir, we request you to visit our campus, because through online, it is not much effective unless until you do not interact with students. And from tomorrow onwards, KIIT is opening after 2 years. So it's like we are 2 years of isolation for the students. Now we are getting ready to welcome our students. So at the moment, we are inviting the 2021 batch, admission batch. Next month, the 2020 admission batch will come. So gradually, after 2 months, all the 4 batch students will be there. So we are having 30,000 students
Wow.
studying multiple subjects like law, management, engineering, biotechnology. In fact, our School of Language offers the BA English and MA English course. So, and also we provide 7 language courses. In fact, including Mandarin, we'll be starting Mandarin from next month. So with this, we'll be having 4 Asian languages: Japanese, Korean, Arabic, and Mandarin, and also Spanish, French, and German. So this is what we are giving exposure to our student to choose whatever language they prefer. And in fact, as of now, the students, for the traditional reason, they have a preference for the European languages. But the way Indian government and the Taiwan government are exploring the opportunities to work together in the technology field, I believe most students will prefer the Asian languages like Mandarin, Chinese, and Japanese. This is what the trend which I'm seeing. So your personal visit to the campus, as told out by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, will be very beneficial. Set up the Taiwanese Education Center here. So I would, in fact, request you to come in near future. And thank you very much for your time. Thank you, Mr. Wasim, and thank you, Asta. And it's a special occasion. I'm hopeful that we'll cement our ties in near future through an MOU. And we are looking forward to that opportunity. Thank you, Mr. Peters. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, all the students, for joining us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.